fight fans. Susan Cingari here from Love MMA, where every fighter has a story. And joining me today is the busy BKFC president, David Feldman. How are you today, David?
I'm doing great, Susan. Thanks so much for having me. How are you?
I'm good, Dave. All right, things are crazy with COVID. Let's get right to it. The BKFC 11 card is going down very soon. Can you tell us about the card, please?
Yeah, it'll be BKFC 11. It'll be next Friday night, July 24th in Oxford, Mississippi, the home of Ole Miss. It was challenging. It's challenging to even be able to put on a fight card. We had a main event, Jim Allers versus Luis Palomino, and we lost Jim Allers due to someone on his team getting sick and falling ill to COVID. We're hoping we don't lose anybody else. We lost an undercard fight to that as well, as we were testing already. We're making the fighters test this week and then again testing when they arrive. And we lost another one. So that's 2 down so far to coronavirus. Wow. But everything else looks great. We're geared up for the show. We're going to have 9 great fights on there. As you mentioned earlier, we had one of our fighters hitting a side of beef, Cody Sheffield.
Yeah.
He's an animal. He's very, very popular there. And we're just excited to get back in action. I mean, this is, I've spent my whole life building this thing and to hit a brick wall and have to stop immediately. And now we get to go again. It's fantastic for us.
So Dave, it's been really tough for everybody involved in COVID-19 to put a card on. I spoke to Jim this morning. He's very disappointed he's not able to fight on the card. We're both in Florida. What challenges have you faced trying to get this card together?
The biggest problem is just the unknown. Like, you just don't know. You don't know if the local, the state, or the federal authorities are gonna say, look, that's enough. And that happened. It happened to us twice so far. It actually happened on this show, as this show was supposed to be in Florida, and it got moved to Mississippi. And we were looking to do September 19th back in Miami, and that's probably not going to happen. So it's just being able to pivot and adjust and try to make as many things happen as you can. But it's just, the difficulty is just not knowing. And it's tough to plan out the kind of event you have without having, millions and millions and millions of dollars behind you to do this thing the right way. And we're navigating through it, and we're going to put on one hell of a show next week, back to BKFC.
Dave, there are so many great fights on BKFC 11. What are the must-see fights for our fans to absolutely not miss? I
think we have really, as always on BKFC, every fight is really not missed because you never know what's going to happen with who's fighting. But the 2 that I think could really be fighted tonight is the main event's a great fight, and that has everything in it to possibly be a fighter tonight. But Dylan Kleckler versus Frank Tate. Dylan's a 10-1 heavyweight out of Pensacola, Florida, and Frank Tate is out of Alabama. He's fought everybody in the heavyweight division. That's going to be a war. They both like to stand there and bang it out. And then on the undercard, we have Will Chop, a veteran of almost 60 professional fights. He'll be battling undefeated. I mean, not undefeated, but very, very tough prospect from South Carolina, Joe Elmore. Joe Elmore fought all over the country. He also was a professional boxer. This guy can stand and bang. That's going to be fireworks all night long. But really, anything really can. Again, we lost a couple of these fights due to some things that happen with health things that's going on all around the world right now with COVID. So, we're going to pick up and dust ourselves off and get back and just put on some of the best combat sports that's around.
Which is sort of your motto, because you've come such a long way with BKFC. I think I read on your Instagram as well that it was 10 years ago and you finally were able to get everybody to allow bare knuckle fighting championship in the U.S. Do you ever really stop to think, Dave, what you've accomplished?
You just can't. Sometimes I was talking to a superstar today actually about signing him or her, and it's probably going to happen. But I was just like, wow, we're talking to this person and we're talking to this person. Like, we really grew, but we earned it. I mean, the team, again, as in all my interviews, I mentioned the team, because the team just picks up everything. We have an unbelievable team now, a great PR person. We have an unbelievable marketing person. We have a character development person on staff now. We have 2 great matchmakers on staff, director of operations, just everybody that's really, like, eats and sleeps this now, because they know this can go where we think it can go. And because of that, our team has brought us to this place. But to really sit back and think, no, I don't right now, because it has to be full steam ahead, and we have to, to keep going at the pace we're going in order to catch up to the other guys. And we're going to be there. We are going to be there. We're going to be, one of the biggest things in combat sports here in the next couple of years.
I hope that happens sooner rather than later. I wanted to also ask you, what about other states that you're targeting in the future? Now, I know it's difficult with COVID-19, but are there any markets that you're looking at to bring Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship into that state?
Yeah, some are definitely going to happen really soon. We're on the agenda of actually 10 different athletic commissions right now. Wow. So we're just going to – I'm not going to announce them yet because there are competitions coming out, and people are going to want to go into, and take credit for our hard work. But, we're going to do a fight in each and every one of the states that we opened up, and we'll be the first one to do that there. And then the exciting stuff that we really have planned now, we're going to do a couple things we're going to do is this fight here is free. And when we say it's free, it's really the only free combat sporting event out there. There's no cable fees. There's no subscription fees. There's no pay-per-views. It's free. Everybody's going through a tough time now. Nobody really has the money. Everybody's, they're living on the pandemic unemployment, or they're lucky enough to have got their job back. But there are a lot of people that really fell behind here. And here's a great, a great way for them to kind of, just kick back, relax, and watch a great night of fights for free. It'll be on the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship YouTube page, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Facebook. It'll be on the Bare Knuckle TV app, the brand new app that we have. It'll also be on the Sports Flick. It's Sports Flick Streaming is the app. If you want to download Sports Flick Streaming, you'll watch all these fights as well, and they're going to be one of our partners moving forward. So there's a lot of things that we're planning. We're also going to be doing we have a lot of other promotions that are popping up that we're going to really help, and they're going to be a feeder league to us. And, we're going to grow this thing just like we thought we were going to. Obviously, COVID plays a big role in this right now as to where and when we can do events. But take that out of it. I mean, we're full steam ahead.
Well, since I've been covering Bare Knuckle, which I'm like addicted to Bare Knuckle, I've seen you grow leaps and bounds, and it's really exciting that you're bringing in a new fan base, signing up so many wonderful fighters. I just applaud you so much. I know your team works so very hard. Nate behind the scenes and many of the other people. Nate Shook, the matchmaker guys, he's amazing too. All right, Dave, before we go today, is there anything else you want to add, sir?
Just tune in to watch this, because if you have not watched this yet and you're a fan of Susan and her show, you tune in to Bare Knuckle FC, I guarantee you're a fan for life. It's the funnest, most exciting, fast-paced, and purest form of combat sports that there is on the planet. So tune in to the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship YouTube page, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Facebook page, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Instagram, the Bare Knuckle TV. And everybody, do me a favor, please download the Bare Knuckle TV app, and you can see our whole library on there, and then on Sports Flick as well. So there's a lot of places to watch this fight for free. It'll be a great weekend next Friday night, which this is actually our first Friday night show ever. And we thought it was good because the UFC is doing a lot of shows on Saturday nights now. So we moved to Friday night, and we have some really big announcements we're going to make on that show. So make sure you tune in. And thank you so much, Susan. Always appreciate everything that you do for me and for the sport and for the company. It's awesome, and you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, Dave. Well, we can't wait for that fight. BKFC 11 fans goes down Friday, July 24th. Flag versus Palomino from Oxford, Mississippi. And this fight is free. You can watch it on the BKFC YouTube and Facebook pages. Also, as Dave just told you, they've got a brand new app, so you better download it, Bare Knuckle TV. You can also watch it on Sports Flicks Global. And we will be there next week bringing you all the beautiful bloody action. Dave, good luck. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Susan. Can't wait to see you.